Good afternoon, everyone. This is the market update for Wednesday, January 28th. And what can I say? But, we've got 2 days left in this month of January. That is the worst January trading action I have ever seen in my 20-odd years of trading stocks. Absolutely horrid action in the small caps, and it has continued. And of course, today was Fed Day, and I think the Fed have their heads up their asses right now. Essentially, the Fed statement today came out, and there was a change. And actually, I was thinking they were going to change, that they were monitoring things going on around the world, but nope. They got their heads firmly up their asses, and they are strongly hinting at interest rates going up, if you can believe that, in June. Absolute madness. They are going to reverse all the good that they've done over the last couple of years in a few short months, and I believe they are messing up big time. We are 3/4 of the way up the hill. They just took their foot off the gas pedal and are slamming on the brakes. And you know what happens there? We're going to go back down. It's just mind-boggling reading their statement minutes. After hours, we had Qualcomm warn. We've had some big earnings misses this week. You know what's going to happen is the Fed's going to screw this up. We're going to see a decent-sized correction in the market. They're going to slam this economy into a stall, and they're going to go crap and reverse course and try to do something about it in a few months' time. Absolute stupidity. As for the market, we talked about this wedge and trading range that's been in place on the weekend video, and I mentioned that the put-call ratio, where it was at 128 this weekend, implied that we were going to see downside action in the market this week. And sure enough, here we are over the last 3 days, down, 600-700 points. Just horrid action. We had UPS give a warning, and the Dow transports are close to a breakdown. We had the 500th oil bottom get called. The Fed continuing its interest rate increase is extremely bullish for the dollar, which is bad news for oil. And, down oil goes. Russell, yesterday when the market was selling off, the Russell was actually pretty dang strong. It was close to going green, which is a great sign. So when the market bounced back today, what did the Russell do? Shit all over its pants. What can I say? Apple posted the actual biggest quarterly earnings report ever, and the stock, granted it's a mega cap, the stock barely bounced up. Our call options ended up giving an 80% gain. I actually thought we were going to get 200-300% on it. Not turning my nose up at 80%, but even the options market is trading jacked up. This is a jacked up market right now. I'm very hesitant to call anything in this market. Other rooms have no problem calling stocks, but this is a 2-5-cent scalp market, and a lot of these other rooms are calling trades so that they can sell into their followers and sell into their tweets, and they don't care if the stocks go down. This is a bag holder market at the moment. I don't know how else to say it. It's just bad action all around, and I'm very hesitant to call anything in this market. I cannot remember a January where I did not send out 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 trading alert emails in a day, and I don't believe I've sent one out in the last 2 weeks. That tells you how shit this market is right now. Now tomorrow, the robots are in control. What could tomorrow bring? We could see the market reverse all the way back up, but we broke down through this trend line here, and the back and forth action trading channel we've been in, the 200-day moving average, 17K for all intents and purposes, has been the level to watch. The way things are acting, I hope they get this flush over with sooner rather than later. Let's get this 15-18% sell-off in the market so that they can start calling bear market, so that we can get a reversal, because this little back and forth action where 5 stocks move, it's getting old. Now, that's not to say that there are not stocks that are moving in small cap land, but it's the ones you would never think were going to move, and BGMD is one of those. Look at this stock. up 100%. This is classic January action, but to get a winner like BGMD, you got to buy 5 or 6 other dogs and watch them implode or watch them violate your stops. I mean, if you took gains and traded this normally, you would have stopped out here. Then it broke out again. Then it continued its breakout move. It's just that kind of market right now. So we need to be very, very cautious. The January popper action, we had a few plays, but abysmal January popper season this year. We're hoping for a delayed reaction, but we're not going to be forcing things right now. As I mentioned on the weekend video, this is a half position market at the moment. If we get some big movers, we go to a full position. We adopt an extremely cautious stance right now. I have not liked how this market has been acting over the last few days. Now, of course, there are traders on Twitter who are long every single stock that's green, but they're posting on 50 stocks to get that one stock that they're thumping their chests on. It's just a horrible bag holder market right now, and for the moment we're going to be hand sitting, plain and simple. Now we've got a couple of earnings reports coming up. One of our other plays, Baba, of course we had really bad news on that puppy. China news, they irritated a party member. He came out and bashed them. Let's hope they hit the cover off the ball so we can get a bounce back move on this one. One of the other stocks I'm looking for a bounce back on or a big move on earnings is Twitter. Now Twitter was down $2 today because Facebook came out and said that they were going to be running Super Bowl ads like Twitter during, I mean, nonsense that's going to matter. But there's an extreme bearish view on this one, and this may be the closest play to Netflix for a positive upside surprise. Jumped in a little bit early on the calls here. Should have waited, like I said I was going to, till Friday, but it is what it is. Still think this is a stock that could surprise nicely to the upside, even with the market imploding. So as for the January poppers, January's over. Unless you really like the stock, you look to move out. Now there's a couple of them that, 50% under cash, CERE, OPTT, 50% on their cash. I mean, when stocks like this can't move, it tells you something is drastically wrong with this market right now. But of course, it'll get news and run. Just frustrating all around. And when the market is as weird and difficult as it is, I like to sit on my hands. These markets turn. We've been through so many of them over the last 14 years of the newsletter. It's just a matter of being patient, not forcing trades and sitting back. And new chat room password sent out, so I'll make sure you get that email. And have an awesome evening, and see you all in the chat tomorrow. Bye.